tonight, the Institute for Energy Security is asking government to consider revising its decision to put a freeze on discussions and issuance of licenses to new independent power producers, including renewables that are cheaper and more environmentally friendly. Here are extras of a statement issued by the Institute.
According to the IES, a revision of the decision is necessary because it has stalled many renewable power projects, some of which have secured all the technical permits from the relevant government and district agencies. The statement was in reaction to President Akufo-Addo's assertion that he will ensure 100% electricity coverage in the country by the end of his second term. Though the IES is pleased with government's renewed resolve to act on this mandate, it remains cautious in hope as recent history does not instill confidence. As a result, it entered the appropriate authorities to make the necessary investment and regulatory mechanisms to ensure a fulfillment of the promise. From 2010 to 2016, the country's electricity access recorded an annual growth of 2.7%, extending national electricity access to 83%. However, from 2016 to 2020, it has experienced the lowest growth in electricity.
Well, the author of that statement joins me to explain further. Great to have you on Business Live tonight, Fritz Moses. He is research analyst at the IES. So the Institute is skeptical about the President's Universal Electrification Promise. Why?
All right. Thank you very much, Daniel. And first, we are skeptical, yes, but we also believe that it's a good step. It's a bold step that the President has taken or has made mention of. We think that it's in the right direction and something that we should, as a nation, be gearing towards. Of course, the NES, the National Education Scheme that was implemented in 1985, goes to that, speak to that effect, and so we think that yes, it's true. But then again, we analyze the data from previous years, from 2000 to 2019, 2020, and realize that although we have been doing well, especially from 2000 to 2016, we've achieved the lowest annual growth for electricity access from 2016 to 2019 of about 0.67%. And we think that this doesn't augur well for the industry, doesn't speak to the hopes that we want to instill in Ghanaians that there will definitely be that universal electrification by 2050. Yes, we think that government has done well by making this a priority, but then of course it has to look at what it hasn't been doing very well over the years, which of course is in relation to the renewable energy, because you realize that most of the areas, about 1.7 million households that do not have access to electricity, are in landlocked areas, they are in lakesides, they are in areas that are hard to reach for the national electrification project or the national grid to get to them. And so if you would want to extend electricity access to them, then the best option to go for those areas is the renewable energy space. We look at solar, you look at wind and all that. And we think that the government should be interested in making the necessary investment in that sector for those for that 50% population that do not yet have access to electricity.
Right. So essentially, you're asking government to ramp up its renewable energy drive. You also make mention of the fact that government should revise its decision on licensing new IPPs.
So you realize that in the 2018 Integrated Power Supply Master Plan, the government put a freeze on the issuance of licenses to IPPs, new IPPs and all that. Right. Although, of course, already some IPPs had access to their licenses and all that, but they were inhibited from it. And we think that with the current plan, it means that there will be definitely be a revision of that ambition, of course. Also, we think that government, in revising that, should look at more into instilling confidence in the investors to go into renewable energy, because for the many people that it seeks to reach currently, it's the renewable energy space that can be able to reach them effectively and more economically. So we think that, yes, it has to revise that. But then again, it also has to revise the regulatory framework that surrounds the energy sector. Of course, we must look at ensuring that commercial banks are interested in the field, in the sector, and of course, especially in investing in the renewable space. And we think think that these are measures that the government, when taking, would go to boost its goal or its promise that it has given.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Fitz Moses, research analyst with the Institute for Energy Security.